Hey y'all, it's Craig with the Bickhams and Small Town Reshop. We do have a our business here at our house is Small Town Reshop. Our YouTube channel is with the Bickhams. This is going to be a video, y'all, that's for the wreath maker that's like us, that has extra mesh, extra rolls of things that are just laying around that you're trying to figure out ways to use it. We're going to make a Valentine's wreath using our natural color wreath forms. This is a 15-inch raised work form. We do have these in stock at smalltownreshop.com. Valentine sign, a little heart sign that's going to turn out super cute. And those are in stock as well. My wife is telling me. I will get this. This is a mesh that we have that's a red with the natural burlap stripe on it, the little stitch. I've got it kind of on standby. We don't know. We may use that. I'm not sure yet. This is in stock as well, so y'all can check it out there. So let's get started, y'all. All right, we're going to be using our 21-inch mesh as our poofs on top, and we're going to be coming in with some cruffles or curls or whatever. We may do some of both to try to get the fullness of the wreath that we want. I am going to oval this once I get my poofs and curls and everything in place. So let's get started. Good way to get rid of your stuff, y'all. It absolutely is. I got to kind of straighten things out. And I am going to have to put my Chanel stems, which my wife can get for me when she gets time.
What color you
on the signs. It doesn't matter. It's going to be on the sign. Doesn't matter really what color. Alright, normally when we use this 21-inch mesh, y'all, we normally use, I usually put bigger poofs on bottom than I do on top. But because we only have so much, I'm going to stick to about a 10-inch poof on each one. That way we have enough to cover. Might even go 9 inches. I'm not sure yet. So you just kind of accordion up everything on the end on your 21-inch mesh. The 21-inch mesh really does give it a fullness, that's really good. So just kind of get you a little bit gathered up, and we're going to get it started. So we're going to use some little small tie wraps or zip ties if I can find them. You must need to order. No, I see them. I got them. Alright, so we're going to use just a little small zip tie. So just pick one out. It doesn't really matter where we're going to start. We're going to just start on the bottom and then we'll go up. So just take your pick. So I kind of just let it overhang, past this first tie. We're gonna wind up tying these ties through the middle anyway. So just get you a little turn on it to hold it, and then we're gonna get it zip tied to the frame. So I'm gonna catch it on that bottom ring, and we're just gonna zip tie it. That'll hold it in place real well. Nothing fancy. Just put your zip tie on the inside. Make sure it's cinched down pretty good. Doesn't have to be like so tight that you break the zip tie. And then we're just going to cut the excess off. Let him fall. Then I always kind of give it a little trim if I can. If I can get to it. I may not can get to this one, and just kind of give it a little trim off. Get rid of some of those long ones. I'll go ahead and grab me another zip tie. Alright, so let's flip it back over. Move everything kind of out the way. And I'm going to do, like I said, I'm probably going to try to do a 9 or 10 inch. So just kind of fold your 21-inch mesh under. Pull it tight. You kind of just making just a poof is all you're doing. I like to measure. So I mean that's all you're doing is just a little bitty poof. I like to get on my measurements. So whatever you can get on. So we're on 15 there. So we're going to go to 25. So So I'm going to kind of pull it kind of tight because I'm trying to make this this mesh cover and have enough to do the whole wreath with. So just go right to your next tie. And you're going to kind of start opening up. Things are going to get covered up. As the more stuff that you put on the wreath, the more it's going to get covered. So you're not really going to see any you know, little flaws that you might be noticing. It's all going to wind up disappearing. It'll just disappear the more you stick on it. I guess I should have opened all that up. So just go right to your next tie. Stay around that, you know, using a partial roll, stay around that 10-inch. Don't go any longer because you got 12, how many ties is on these?
18.
18 ties. There's 18 ties, so you gotta get enough. So that's why we're only going 10 inches. And just get them on there, push them down in there, kind of, you know, to the bottom of those ties. Only do one tie, one twist, and just kind of start opening things up, and then just work your way around. Sometimes they get hung up. It's all good. Enjoy making it, y'all. Enjoy making it. Don't worry so much if it's not looking right. Take it apart. It's all right to do that. We've had to do that before ourselves. This is the first style wreaths that we ever started making, and we don't make enough of these anymore. My wife's moved more to the evergreen bases that she really likes, which they make some really big wreaths. These are going to be, it's big too, but not as big as those. And as you can see, you see how close these ties are, y'all? These ties tend to move. This one here is loose, so we need to pull him to where he's between this one and this one. You know, they need to be roughly the same amount apart to keep it kind of symmetrical a little bit anyway. Alright, so y'all, you kind of get how that's going. So we're going to finish this up. We'll finish getting the mesh on, and then we'll be right back with everybody. Alright, y'all. Okay, so this is all the 21-inch mesh that we had. So we only have our poofs on the outside. I'm not even going to tie them up yet. Yeah, I will. Let's go ahead real quick and show y'all what we do since I don't have anything on top. Then I won't have to fight it. On our bottom row, just our single outside row, we take all the ties and we run them through the center bar, right here between the bottom bar and the center bar. Go underneath it and come back out, pull it tight, and then we get one more twist on it. That's going to take these poofs and roll it up like so, and it's going to make for a tighter wreath. So just do your bottom row that way. Even if you already have something on the top. I didn't have enough to do the poofs on the top, so we're going to have to, that's okay. We have different ways that we make them, and we're going to be doing some cruffles now. But go ahead and get, while you can see what you're doing, get to all of these and get them tied up on your outside run. Plus, it makes it where things just don't move. See how this kind of rolls around? It won't do that anymore once you get it tied up. It just ain't gonna do it. If you have to untie a little bit, this is the last one. It's kind of, you know, it's doubled. Actually, I need to tighten that up. So if you have to untie it just a little, so you can get that one underneath there, and it, you know, you'll run out of tie, you know, because they just start getting short. Then pull it tight and get that one. I'm going to go ahead and clip him off before I forget. Let me pull him, get him as tight as I can. And then we're going to clip it off. Get that out of there. And we're going to continue tying. And you'll see the difference. It'll make a 26-inch wreath go down to a 24. And y'all, it does make a difference in your shipping. Every little bit counts. on that box size. This is a really good way. It actually makes things stand to attention. Works really good. We did learn this from Miss Tammy Hodges at Polka Dot Wreath Co. I'll try to link her into the description. So we've learned a lot of stuff from everybody as we make. I kind of use my thumb just to kind of help roll it up tight, get that one little twist. And now you see you've got a little bit tighter. Nothing's wobbling around. You can open your poofs up like you need to. Now instead of going and putting stuff on the top, now we got to cut more mesh. So we're going to, my wife wants me to use, let me set this over here. She wants to use this. So we're going to go to the red with the burlap thread in it. We do have this in stock at smalltownreshop.com. And this is a new roll, so it's kind of like some open stuff and some new stuff. So in order to get, so let me move some of this older stuff. In order to get enough, big enough cruffles, I needed a full roll, is what she was telling me. You need to get you a new roll because you won't have enough to make your cruffles. She's a very smart lady when it comes to that. So we're going to cut these. I'm going to take the rotary cutter and I'm just going to get me a line here. You can see how this is not straight. So we're going to pick a line kind of close and we're going to make it straight, or at least straighter. That way we get a kind of a straight edge that we can start with. Let me get this garbage. I ain't got to keep going over there. So we're going to cut these at 25 inches. Then we're going to cut some more at 18.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So we're going to cut just
10 at 25.
Is there 10 on top?
Yes. No.
8.
There's 8 on top, but there's 10 on the bottom, and you want to.
But the 25 inch
needs to be 8.
We need 8 of these. That's what I thought.
That's what.
So we're going to do 8 of these at 25 inches. 8. All right. So we got 8 of those for now. I don't know if I've got enough. Will I have enough on that one roll? I have to ask her, y'all. She knows all that stuff.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
All right.
We got more though if you need it.
So now, we're going to make the cruffles. She does hers a little different than I do mine. These, you see how it just rolls up like it was on the roll. So that's how we do, and you're just going to kind of roll kind of tight about 3 or 4 times at the end. I like to use these clips. And that way I don't have to hold it. We'll just use one clip, and you do the same thing on the other end. 2, 3, and then you start scrunching, or whatever you want to call it, through the middle, all the way across to your clip. And there you go. So now we have cruffles, or whatever other term that you might use for that. So these are the ones we're going to stick on the top. The reason why we make them so long is because we really do need to take up some room. There need to be some room up here. You could go a little longer, but and that's what we're going to do. We're going to one at a time get these 8 on. I'm going to do it one more time, and then we'll get everything put on. So just put your clip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to keep your ends as straight as you can. Don't have to be perfect, but you know, it does make it look, especially on curls, it makes it look nice and neat. Scrunch them up, and then see how it kind of looks like that, and just work your way around. Get them all in. Remember to get your spacing right if they're moving around. I just get them down tight and I twist one time, y'all. It's gonna hold it in. It's not going anywhere. If this needs to, which it does, Must be this one. Yeah, he needs to be moving over. They got to be kind of pretty close. So when I got to the end, I'd have noticed that that one and that one need to be closer together. And take a look at your spacing all the way around. So, all right, let me get the rest of these put on, and we will be right back. All right, y'all. So now we've got our 25 inch ruffles on top, cruffles, ruffles, whichever one you want to call them. So now we've got, and I went ahead and I've cut the rest of that roll. I got enough to do all the 8 on top at 25 and all the bottom at 15 inches. So we're going to put the 15 inches on top of the burlap around the bottom. Same thing, we're going to just roll the end. So I kind of roll them kind of tight, just to, you know, don't have to be crazy tight, but, and you won't roll, because they're only 15 inches, just roll them a couple times till you get a little roll on them. Nothing, couple times, 2-3 times. Then start doing your little cruffles, because these just, you know, they're almost half the length of the other ones, so they're a lot smaller. And we're going to put them in around the outside. Now you can, if you want to untie again, you can go. My wife kind of does sometimes. You can see the ties are starting to get short. I can still get my ribbon in there when we start doing the ribbon tails. But so I don't worry about it too much. She does a little bit. If you want to untie it and stick it all the way down in there, then you go right ahead. It's just a preference, if you like doing it that way. So get these in all the way around, and that's probably going to be the shortest tie right there, because I think that's where it was doubled, maybe not. And just kind of make sure you get these on the outside, kind of, you know, this is going to be a lot airier than running the 21-inch mesh all around. But it's still going to make a really, you know, good puffy wreath, or poofy. But it's just not going to be as full as one of our bigger wreaths that's got a lot of the 21-inch. Then another roll of 10, you know, which we do make some of those as well. And then just get this on down in there and get all 10 of these done. So we're going to get these done, and we'll be right back, y'all. Alright, y'all. Now I've got all of my cruffles or ruffles in. Inner part 25 inches, outer ring 15-inch cruffles, and you can see that it's really starting to make it's starting to get fuller. So the more stuff we keep adding, the fuller it's going to get. And now we're going to be getting ready to get our sign ready and get our ribbon tails ready. We're probably going to do some curls. What color curls?
Use this one.
So I think what we're going to do is we're going to make some curls. We're going to cut these at,
that's 10 inches.
10 inches to make the curls, y'all. So let me get it on. We have a wreath mesh holder over here from Susie's Wreaths and Things. I'll try to link that in the thing in the description. So I'm not going to the end. I'm gonna straighten up the end again on this one. This is just an open roll, another open roll that we had that we need to use. So that's kind of the whole point. So I'm just gonna go to 10, and we're gonna cut them 10 inches. I don't think you need to go any more than that. But we're gonna be doing every one. So we've got to cut.
You can do every one, or you can do every other one. It really doesn't matter.
I think I wanted a little fuller, so I'm going to do every one. So we're going to actually cut 18 of these at 10 inches long.
No, you're going to cut more than that, because each one gets at least two.
So we're going to cut 36.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to cut 36 of them at 10 inches long, and that'll give us 2 together. Sometimes we do 3.
Yeah.
But that's doing different color meshes.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do 2 of these. So we're going to cut 36 at 10 inches, and we'll be right back. All right, y'all. Now I know y'all can see we have a pile. We have 36 of these 10-inch curls that we're going to make, and we're going to put on this wreath. Now each one of these, let me see if I can make some room here. All we do is with these, they're exactly what they say they are, y'all. They're just a curl. So if you want them fairly tight, you just kind of same way, except you roll the whole thing. You roll the whole thing and you make a curl. That's what you do. And then we're going to go in with 2 on each thing. So this is how we do it. I have to find my my clippies, and we use the clippies. So you can use one clippy for this video. That's what I'm going to do. I've got one little clothespin, so we're going to leave him there, and we're going to put 2 together. Kind of roll them about the same, you know, just roll them up, and then I kind of make an X with them is what I do. So you kind of make an X like that, so on and so forth, and that's the way they're going to go in. Now these with putting the curls in, I'm going to untie. I'm going to untie that top so I can get them down in there to fit, because they do take up a lot of space. They take up a lot of that tie, so pull it tight and then just do one, because you've got to leave yourself enough room to add your ribbon tails in when you get to that point. And that's just kind of the way they're gonna they fall. You just kind of pull them like you want them. It just depends on how you want them to look. And I don't, like I said, look at them and see. I don't really like that. That one there, I don't like the way it looks. I need them to cross a little bit more. Make sure they're kind of even a little bit, and then put them in. Shove them down in there pretty good, and get that one twist, and let them curls kind of poke up. Now they're going to poke up at different heights or whatever, and just kind of work with them till you get it like you want it, and just continue making them. Try to make them all about the same size. Just roll them up, put your clippy on. You know, I got a lot of these things. There's 36, there's 18 ties, so I cut 36. We're going to do 2 per tie. And normally we would do 3, you know, and that's how we kind of clip them together, make them all up, and then we throw them in a box. And then we take them off and start putting them in. Like I said, I have to untie these like my wife does, because you want enough room to get them down in there, so you got enough tie left to put your ribbon tails in once we get those cut. So we're going to wind up, this is going to be a very pretty, it's going to be a very natural color, you know, staying with all the natural burlap colors. I actually like this this style. I like the colors. You get some of the bright, some of the natural and the duller colors, and as I say, the more laid back colors. They're not so whimsical and earth tones, you know. That's kind of like my jam. That's kind of like what I like. I like those earth tone colors. And just keep working your way around, because it's going to take you a little while to get them in there, get all 36 of them done. But just enjoy it. Take your time. Make sure they look good. Don't leave something on there that you don't like. And just kind of work with them. And alright, so we're going to get all the rest of them on, and we'll be right back. Alright, y'all. So now we got everything in. So now y'all can kind of see how much fuller. So that's curls on every tie. So 18, there's 36 curls in here. Now you're going to have these little titled stragglers, so they'll have to be kind of cut and stuff. So now we're going to be ready, now that we've got our base. The one thing that I do want to do to this one, y'all, is I want this one to be kind of oval shaped. So I'm going to take and I'm going to bend it. I'm just going to slightly put it on my chest, and I'm going to bend it into an oval. And I'm going to go both ways. To me, it makes a very pretty wreath being elongated like that. And as you can see now, it's kind of shaped like an egg. And it makes a really long wreath that looks really good. So that's kind of what I want there for that. So now we're going to get our sign ready. This is the little heart sign that we're using. Using the little heart sign. We do have this in stock, so y'all can check it out at smalltownreshop.com. We're going to just cut this cord off. And I'm going to staple. Mom, will you bring me my stapler, please? Some chenille stems. We're going to staple those to the back, but we are going to use some leftover ribbon. It does not matter what color, just some kind of leftover ribbon. So we're going to get a little, I got scrap pieces down here. Here's a green. It doesn't really matter, y'all, but just make sure that you use some scrap pieces between your staples and your chenille stems, because if not, you'll see the staples come through on this side, just little bitty divots where they are like too long. Make sure you're using 1/4 inch staples. This is the Sure Bonder staple gun. I'll try to link that in the description. Just take your little piece of ribbon. It's about 1 inch. It's 1.5 inch ribbon. I cut about 1 inch long, and we're just going to fold it twice. Fold it 2 times, and we're going to put one up here. And I usually leave about 1.5 inch above and staple right through. I know my head's in the way. Right through the ribbon, just like so. You want it to go right through that ribbon. That way it takes up enough length. This is not quite thick enough, and you will see those 2 little marks. So use some ribbon. And then just take and twist it and get it on there, you know, pretty straight. And I think we're going to probably be able to get away with just 3, being that it's shaped, you know, like a heart and a triangle, instead of using 4. If it was a rectangle, square, a lot of times it depends on how heavy it is, on how many that I use. We like to do it this way instead of using the cable tie mounts. Down here in the south, the humidity, the heat, the hot, cold, the cable tie mounts just doesn't really hold up. Now I'm taking the stickers off. I just don't want to see all of that. So this one here we're going to fold. Yeah, and I think we're going to be able to do 3. We're going to put one down here in the middle, and that'll give us 3 points to tie and keep the sign plenty stable enough. Alright, so now we got the sign ready to go, and you're not even going to see that green at all. That's not even going to be noticeable. So just kind of take a peek, move your ties around because you're going to need those, and see kind of where you want your sign to go. I think I want it kind of at an angle like so. I don't know if I'm too far. Yeah, kind of. I'm looking at the camera. Kind of stay in the middle. And now we're going to just work the ties. Let me turn it a little bit more. Just work down through there. That's a lot of mesh. I do have a needle, a yarn needle, if I have to. But if I can find a hole that I can go through, I'll go through that hole. You just want to go between 2 of your rails on your wreath form. I just kind of put a little bit of, well, actually I missed that one. I went on the wrong side of it, so let me grab it. Alright, get it back in place, get it turned, and just put a little bit of pressure on it and just pull down, and then I pinch it around that rail. Just like so. I just don't want it to move, and then flip it over. Ooh, I kind of pulled it a little too far that time. Just pinch it and then start wrapping around your rail. Get you 3 or 4 times wrapped till you get it on. It is a little aggravating. This is one of the parts that most people don't like to do. So I'm going to go 3 or 4, and then we're going to go to the next one. Make sure it's where you want it though, because it ain't going to move. Well, I want it twisted a little more. I'm going to go ahead and do this one because I don't want it to be twisting on me no more. And we're going to find a hole. That's my granddaughter over there. She's having a good time, sounds like. Sounds like she's having a good old time. Grandbabies is something else. Or at least she is. Maybe we're just partial to ours. And you can tell, you know, with it egg shape, you can tell where you top, your bottom, or, you know, whatever, where you're going to be hanging it. We're going to be tying another chenille stem for a hanger, so it hangs good. It's hard to get your fingers in there. Ugh. Sometimes. Alright, I'm going to get one more. And then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start tying because I like where it's at. So I actually tie it like a half hitch before I run out of chenille stem. But you ain't going to take it off. But I go underneath that rail and back through the loop, back through itself. That way, and I do that twice. That way it actually ties. So I take what's left, go under, go back through that little hole right there, right through the little hole, the little loop, pull it down, and do it one more time. And then I'll either fold the excess or cut it off. I usually cut it off. I'm going to cut the excess off and just kind of fold those little pointy pieces down, and you'll be done with that. So there it is. Got the sign on. Everything's good to go. And we're going to start with our ribbon tail. So I'm going to kind of hang this out the way for now. So I'm thinking I'm going to make it, since the sign's pink and red, we're going to use some of this, some of this. This is some ribbon that we had open, and it's going to be the 1.5" laying on top of the 2.5. I think this might be what we're going to do. We might bring in the red on the pink and the pink on the red with the polka dots. Leave the polka dots together. I think that's what I want. That's going to look just great. So we've got to cut our ribbon tails. Alright, so we got our 13-inch ribbon tail board. That's from Wood Bits and Pieces, Miss Jenny Sanchez. I'll link that in the description below. And we're going to cut, we need 9 of each. Since we're going to be half and half, we're going to do every other one. So we need 9 of this set and 9 of this set. So we're going to be doing 9 of each at 13 inches long. That's what we're going to be doing. So I just leave it laying up here. I kind of hook it, use that, let that wire do the work, fold it over on them boards, and then I just kind of hold it till I get my first one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're going to be dovetailing all of these. So we've got 9 here. Alright, let me, I'm going to get all the tails cut from every one of the ribbons that I'm using, the 4 ribbons, and I'll be right back. Alright, y'all, so we got all our ribbon tails cut, 13 inches. We got the 4 different colors. It's going to be really festive. So we're going to take and we're going to lay these on top of each other. Make sure they're about the same length before we start folding them and start cutting our dovetails. Now you are laying the 1.5 inches on top of the 2.5 inches, so just make sure it stays down the middle, you know, the best you can. You'll always hear me say we're not building a watch, we're making a wreath. So it don't have to be perfect. Then we're going to fold them in half, and we're going to do every one of them like that before we get ready to start adding them on to the wreath. I'm going to take and cut them. I'm going to do some of these, then I'm going to do some of those and show you, and then we'll get them all done. Same thing over and over. Just make sure, you just want to make sure that you're able to cut straight across. I cut from, this is my left hand, I cut from right up toward, put the wires toward the left, and I go up. That's how you get your dovetail, or that's how I do. Make sure it's folded over on itself good. And there's how you get your good, nice straight dovetails. And just make sure that they're fairly straight, and then just pinch them and fold them across the middle. Alright, so let's get some of this other color so y'all can kind of see that. This is going to be really bright. Make sure that they're about the same length. Fold them over. Pinch them together good. And this has a little different, it's not like a wire, it's a, I don't know, it's some kind of band that's on that particular ribbon. So it's a little wider. It doesn't really look, it does have a wire in it, but it's like a plastic band. Just make sure they're straight. And there you go. So we're going to get all of these cut, and we'll be right back. Alright y'all, we're back. Now we've got everything cut. We've got all of our tails cut. So we got all of these two colors, and we've got all of the polka dots and the Swiss dot cut. So now we're going to unfold, and we're going to accordion up right across where that fold was, down the middle like that. And we're going to start putting our ribbon tails, and we're going to alternate. So we're going to do the top first, and we're going to do one of this color, then one of the other color. So you just go right in on your ties, and just one time. That's all you need to do is twist just one time. And then you're taking, I separate mine to look like an X, y'all. That's just the way I do it. I don't know why, but I do. So I want one crossing the other this way. And just kind of shape them. And now we're going to do one of this color. So we're going to just alternate. Just take your time. That way you don't miss any ties. So you just kind of got to dig down in there, and you know they all right here together. They're close. This one's kind of under the edge of the sign. So sometimes you might not be able to even get your tails on there if that sign's taking up too much room. And you don't have to twist it. You can wrap them around if you want, but I'm going to try to get one twist. Just one twist is all it needs. And then you do the same thing. And just whatever way they want to go, y'all, just let them go. And then just kind of, so we're going to do this one up. And we'll make sure y'all can see good. I got to get back in the camera here. And this is going to be really pretty, y'all. It's going to be really pretty. So we're going to just alternate. So we're going to go right back to the polka dots. Grab one of the polka dots. Keep working your way around. This sign, it works out good. This sign on top, I can work right here on top of the sign. Scrunch around the middle. Try to find my tie, wherever the next one is. Because it's so thick with stuff, y'all, that it's just gonna be really full but really pretty. I'm not even gonna tie this one, y'all. I'm just gonna wrap it. So I just got it wrapped around. If you can't get it in the X like you want, just let them fall like they are, because the way the sign is, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I might be able to do it. Let's let those run that way and let these run this way. Just let it run right along that sign, right like so. I am kind of funny about my ribbons, but as you can see, it's gonna be really bright, really pretty. Even though we use so much of the burlap, it's gonna be pretty. I'm really proud of this one, as y'all all should be proud of what you make every time. You know, that's why we do it. It's a good feeling whenever we make something and it's very pretty and it sells and people like it. Or at least that's how I feel anyway. This one's way in here. This one, actually, y'all, you know what? You know what I did? Alright, so see, this is why we do what we do. I just showed my wife this. She said, look, it's under the sign, don't worry about it. But now that I'm putting my tails on, I've got to get to that tie. I missed 2 curls, so I got to cut 2 more 10-inch pieces and make some curls real quick. So where are we at here? So we're going to do 2 pieces. There's 1. And we're going to do 2. And this roll of ribbon is another roll that I had just open, just using up some mesh. Some mesh that we had. So I'm gonna make 2 curls and stick it in that hole real quick before I put that ribbon tail on. And that's why it's always good to go back, take a look at your work, and just catch what you missed. There ain't nothing to it. Nothing to it. And we're going to go down in here. I had noticed it from the back side. I could see it. Let me go on down in here. And we're going to just take a quick little twist. Now we've got those right there. And we can go right in with that polka dot ribbon again. Oh wait. Nope, wrong one. Wrong one. We got to swap up. Every other one. This ribbon's really stiff, so it accordions across a little bit different. So now we got our little ties. They're getting short. So I'm just wrapping them. Just go around it, shove it back down under, and then you can start separating. And sometimes you have to, pull on them. They're wired. They're wired for a reason, for you to make it go where you want it to go. And you just have to kind of be rough with it sometimes. And it's alright. Alright, we're going to do one more, and then we're going to get off, and I'm going to come back after I've got them done, and y'all can kind of see the finished product. But you just keep every other one, and just take your time and look and find your tie, because they will be way in there. Find your little tie. Stick it on it, and then, like I said, I'm just wrapping it one over, another one over, and just pushing it down, pushing the excess down, and then just make your ribbon lay like you like it. It's gonna be a big pretty wreath, real full, real pretty. Gonna make some special person very happy to have this on their front door. Alright, y'all, so let me get them all put on, and we'll be right back and see the finished product. Alright, everybody, we got all the tails on. So look how pretty and cute this thing has turned out. I am super proud of this one. Super proud, y'all. I mean, it is so pretty. It's super thick. It's super full. This is going to absolutely make somebody's door look beautiful for the upcoming Valentine's Day celebration and season. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all give this a try. Rewatch the video to see everything that I did. If you got some value from this video, please give me a thumbs up And don't forget to subscribe to our With the Bickhams channel. We'd appreciate it. Comment below what you think. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. And check the description below for some links to some products that we enjoy to use and some products that I used during this video, y'all. So I hope y'all enjoy it. Thanks again for watching, y'all. Bye, everybody.